So with me here, I have the highly esteemed faculty from Veritas University. Interestingly, for the Quizathon 1.0, we had 7 awards to give. And out of those 7 awards, one school, I actually mentioned the name of the school, I've asked you guys to guess, but one school carted away 3 of our awards. One for their participation as a university, the second for the first place in the Quizathon itself, and the third being one of the financial grants that we had for participating schools as well. So before I, jump the gun and say too much, I would like for them to introduce themselves, and then we'll take conversations from there. Can our audience meet you?
Thank you very much. We are delighted to be with you. My name is Dr. Emmanuel Mpojo, the head of department of software engineering, Veritas University, Abuja. Our with me is
Monalisa Diko. I'm a data analyst, mathematician, and a great researcher at Veritas University, Abuja.
Fantastic. Just to quickly ask, one of the present conversations, as the platform, Distinction is built on the artificial intelligence framework and pretty much powered by AI. As academicians, hell, English. There's a lot of conversations ongoing around AI in education. Before we even move into the Quizathon and Distinction itself as a platform, I'd like to hear from you your thoughts about AI in education and where you see that going, even for students and also stakeholders like yourself.
Okay. As a stakeholder, as a manager in the field of education, we see that our students, they make use of AI tools a lot. On one hand, there is a negative part of it. On the other hand, there is also the positive part of it. What we've realized that while the AI tools are important and very helpful, to some extent that makes many students lazy. Many students do not want to stress themselves, do not want to use, their God-given intellect. They want to rely on quick tools that will get things done. And that encourages them to do a lot of copy and paste, because once the tool have generated what the answers they want, they just copy and paste, and they don't use their intellect anymore. But on the other hand, AI tools are very important, especially for researchers. It helps you to make your work easier and faster, makes you to get things done faster. A blend of the two, the negative parts and the positive parts, will help to some extent. If students understand that the tool is for their good, not for them to necessarily plagiarize, but to make things faster for themselves, if they get those materials using AI tools, they can rework on them so that they can personalize it, become part and parcel of, it becomes their own, it becomes theirs, instead of it being solely
Garbage in,
garbage out. Thinking that is done, AI tools generally are very good. My colleague partners.
AI tools are generally good, but I think it has some negative part of it, because as the time goes by, I think very soon going to be leaving a lot of people out of their jobs. Because when you have an AI do the talking for you, you may not need a receptionist anymore. You have an AI tool, mostly in the hospitals, probably doing most of the radioactive things in the hospitals. You see, a lot of people will be out of their jobs. So it has its own negative parts as well. That's what I think about AI.
Fantastic. And there's a lot to bring it back home to Distinction as a platform. As educators, what are your thoughts on the platform, the competition itself, and what are some of the things that as a university you did, that made sure that Veritas University provided the competition with our top place winner?
Okay. The information concerning the competition came to us as a university within a very short notice, just 3 days to the time. We quickly mobilized our students, and even though it fell during the time of exam, we encourage them that even though you are writing the exam, still participate. And that is why people like Izuafa and others, they came out of exam and went straight to the exam. So they went straight to the competition.
Okay.
That's because of the level of, the level of motivation they were given, and the way we encourage them to get involved. They would naturally have said, "I'm tired. I want to go and read for the next paper," but they still stayed back that particular day to write the exam. So we actually put in our best as a university to encourage our students. We did that short notice to participate. And our students also on their parts, they were enthusiastic about it and they were happy doing it. On that particular day, it may surprise that our students they were involved in 2 competitions that same day.
Oh.
Yeah. Izuafa will tell you. They were involved in 2 competitions that day. And for this one, Izuafa was able to, he won. The second competition also, at the moment, we have reached the finals. And we have reached the finals for that particular competition. And the finals will be taking place, I think it's in October also. That particular day, our student wrote 2 exams. That particular day. That's to
2 exams, 2 competitions.
Competition, 2 exams, that same day. That's to tell you. And our students were also writing their second semester exam. So that's to tell you the way our university is wired. We are wired to face competition, to face the future, and our students kind of encouraged not to take no for an answer. Well, if other universities do that, I think it will go a long way helping our educational system. Thank you.
Thank you. Like the saying goes, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Exactly. So as a school that already promotes a learning culture and a culture that allows for students to, not only study, but also go even outside the university space to compete and see how well, it is that they've imbibed knowledge and are able to apply it. That's very, very lot of more.
Initially, I was scared because I had to submit that. When Larry called me and said, we have done a competition going on, I said, what is it? He said, Quizathon of negative. Let's stop it, like, finally. So, you have to give it to me. I need to submit that to the VC. And I looked at it, they're writing Excel. I said, God, for this is not the right time. Oh, what should I do? So I took it to the vice chancellor and I said, please, the students need to participate. This is my family organizing this quiz. So it would be great if Veritas will also partake, because Quizathon is like a family to him. So I had to follow. It was just a sudden naturally, but I said, okay, let's see how we can encourage them. And when I saw the turnout, I was very excited. Yes, fantastic, very excited.
Considering that we have about 2 more months to the next Quizathon, what would Veritas as an institution do differently, to also further encourage participation? And what word of advice would you have for other institutions like yourself with respect to participation in the upcoming Quizathon 2.0?
Okay, in our university, we have a coordinator in charge of competition and in charge of exhibition. So already he has been duly informed and he has started mobilizing students for that competition, even though we have not gotten the flyers yet. I was told the flyers will come.
Yes.
And when the flyers come, we'll just blaze it abroad. But for now, we have started informing the students. I was told that we should gather the emails of students. That will be a little bit difficult, but we'll work in-house to see how we can gather those emails. That will help to get the student directly through their emails. Generally, we're already preparing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so to other institutions out there, I think it's also good if we can reach out to them on time. Like, it would be a very good competition when you have almost all the institutions in Nigeria participating. It would be a very huge one. I mean, and I also think the question should also go around current affairs, because you can see what play out. It looks like most students those days will just concentrate on our area. We should be able to really look into other things around us. So, get to understand our immediate environment and things happening outside the environment. Aside what we study in the university, we should also know other things happening around us. So I think the question should also go around current affairs, not just Nigeria, but also outside. So that should broaden their knowledge, try to, so that they'll know that they need to, not just about what you study in the university, you need to understand other things as well, because that is knowledge.
Sure.
That is knowledge.
Sure. Fantastic. So I hope the product team is listening. Now to jazz up the question.
But I think you have a constraint because you're working with NUC.
It's curriculum. So, at the end of the day, right, the platform itself, that is the Distinction platform, is NUC curriculum based. So it means that every Nigerian student, regardless of whatever course you're studying, you can find value on the platform. At the moment, the platform is free. We're asking all students to come on this platform for free. And that's because we have partners that are currently, sponsoring and paying for it. Nothing is really free if you think about it. But we have people that are currently pay for it. So now our students can have access to the platform for free, regardless of what you're studying. That is the learning aspect. But the competition itself can be jizzed up. So Distinction itself is the platform, which is the learning platform that is NUC powered, while the Quizathon itself is a competition that is based on the Distinction platform. So we can take the current affairs for the competition itself. So we will just put it in the flyer and say also learn current affairs. So you answer like 15 chemistry questions, then the 13th question will be, who was the first head of state of Nigeria? What chemical compound?
Maybe they should have the knowledge of what the question is about. So that will encourage them. So if they have to go to the internet to study more,
they can. Yes.
Okay, it also helps their knowledge.
Yes.
It's not about what you study in the university. It's about knowing what is around you. It will also help their communication skills anywhere they go.
Fantastic.
That's what I feel.
Fantastic. Anyways, not to take too much of your time, I think we can round up on this note. Do you have any tips or suggestions to other students, to help their learning? And what are the things that you do differently at Veritas? Because there are not very many universities that have had the opportunity to have conversations with that have a department for competition. So it means that there's something that your university is doing differently.
Okay, I just laid the cat out of this. Anyway, when I talk about Veritas, Veritas is a faith-based university, and we have a focus as a university. We're actually thriving and working towards the best. My department of software engineering, is well structured to excel. Within the department of software engineering, we have several departments. But one of the key departments the key unit in the department is that of competition. The person in charge of that is not here now. It's actually away because he lost somebody. What I've been here with me. His name is Mr. Stanley Chiu. He has been the one championing competition generally and exhibitions. Just this year, we won the ATU competition for Africa, African Telecommunication Union. We won for Africa. Several universities in Africa competed. We took the first place position. A university in Kenya took second place, and a university also in Syria. I think, which country is that? Syria alone won the third place position. So within the departments and within the university, we are actually wired to compete. I announced earlier that the university won nationally. I think it was last year or last 2 years, a debating competition for the whole of Nigeria, and that made them to represent Africa at Kenya for the African-wide competition, debating competition. They won there also. We won there also, and then they represented Africa in Commonwealth competition this year and still won.
So accolades. I would really like to see the VC's office in all the awards.
That's to tell you how we are wired within to compete. Our students are trained to compete not only in the sciences but also in the art. In that debating is art, but we in the sciences our students are competing. We go out for exhibition, and to God be the glory, we win it. So that's the way we do it in Veritas. Like I said, a unit or a coordinator is
Charge.
in charge of that. And that's because since he's in charge, so he propels activities in that line. So that's it. And recently during our last convocation, we had an exhibition where the president of Africa Development Bank was the convocation speaker. And after the exhibition, was so excited that he promised the university to make the university a center for coding in Africa. So that's to tell you how far the university
That's gone.
in getting things like this done. Other universities too can borrow a lead from that. And if we do all that, it will make our students to be involving in things that are related to the academics, things that will make them excel.
Yes.
Many students, why they are into drugs, why they are into some non-essentials, because they're not actually nothing is involving them. So apart from the classroom work,
They're not
nothing is really engaging them, and that's why they're into drugs and other things. So, but if the schools, the universities could get their students engaged in some of these profitable things, they will remove their attention from drugs and other things, and they focus the main thing that brought them to school. Maybe Matthew like to act.
Yeah, what I have to add to it is that it's good to encourage every institution in Nigeria to have a debating society and be intentional about it. Well, probably from 100 level as you get into the university, in all the departments, cut across all the departments, you'll be asked to get some people to represent your department, and there should be a kind of a quizathon within the university to help. So that's where you see them. Students will be actually excited. At any time you have your students' week and there is competition going on among the students, different departments, how little the prize is. It will encourage them a lot. So that will also help the students to be prepared for any quizathon or any debates coming up anywhere, anytime, anywhere from anywhere.
Thank you very much. Okay, so on the final note that we can let you go, what are your thoughts on Distinction as a platform and any feedback for us as an organization?
Okay, this is great. This is the first time Quizathon 1.0. I look forward to Quizathon 2.0 and I expect something great. When you say the money is 1 million, students want to hear that. The money is 1 million. Wow, I'll compete. Let's see what we can do. I want to get this money. But I think it's great. I expect to see something great Quizathon 2.0. And I will really encourage Veritas to do that. And also encourage other institutions out there to participate. I want to see challenging debates this time.
Good.
Okay, all I will say is that I think the motivation is high. The financial incentive is also very high. So we expect to see more students participate this time around, both from Veritas and from other universities. And we expect to see more competition.
So
It may be stricter this time around. And at the end, we'll see how far it will go. So thank you very much.
thank you very much.
If you start it and you notice that the registration from the institutions in Nigeria is actually low, you can actually extend the dates and give them more time to register. At least we have over 200 and something institutions in the country. So if we have like 250 institutions participate in the debate, it's actually going to be challenging. It's very exciting.
Interestingly, for Quizathon 1.0, we had 132 schools represented to it. So unlike Veritas, where the institution themselves were actively invested in the Quizathon, we had some students from their schools registered themselves. So now we're doing a different thing by trying to work with schools to also participate and engage their students actively. Yes. So once we have that, we're also going to be able to then get more students and make it more competitive, like you recommended. We have 2 months between now and the competition. The competition is in November. So there's going to be ample time, to have conversation and get more students and more universities on board. Okay?
Why not? Let's extend it to the rest of Africa.
Yes. So that is the eventual dream. The idea is we are the first Quizathon in Africa. Actually, there are no inter-university AI-based competition anywhere else on the continent. So the idea is hopefully we're also going to be able to expand. At the moment, the platform is designed to accommodate the Nigerian curriculum. So as soon as we're able to inculcate other countries, then definitely would expand. Since the virtual competition, it means that anybody, anywhere from any country, as long as the platform, gives them the value based on their own curriculum, then we can expand the competition eventually. That's the dream. Thank you. We'll also be dreaming big. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, for joining me on my couch. And as every university, every student that's currently going to be able to, come across this as much as possible, register en masse on the Distinction platform, practice, like we say, and then come the date in November for the competition, log on, it's 5 hours. And who knows, you might just get your own lump sum of the 10 million naira prize available to be won. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Ma. Hopefully I get to interview you again, for the next set of prizes of Quizathon 2.0. But on that note, we call it a day and we say bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, bro.